Hello, everybody. Hello, good evening. Uh, Please, can you confirm that you can hear me and that you can see me? Please, if you can, just let me know. Right? Just let me know. Just let me know. Uh, you can let me know in the chat. Can you confirm? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? I would like to know that. If you can hear me and see me, please just let me know in the chat that you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Just say something in the chat so that I know. Okay, amazing. Oladopification. I can see you. Please, can anyone else hear me and see me? If you can, just drop in the chat. I do not peace. I can see you. Blessed fingers. I can see you. Please, let's all join quickly. We don't have a lot of time, right? We're going to be doing this in an hour. I don't want to go for more than an hour, right? So please just let me know. Just let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. Great. Now, yeah, bless fingers. I can see you. Esther, I can see you. Now, please just help me for the sake of context. Just present yourself with your country, the country where you're joining us from. Please, if you're joining from Cameroon, just say I'm joining from Cameroon. If you're joining from Nigeria, from Sierra Leone, from Ghana, from anywhere, just quickly notify so that we know. Okay, I can see Esther. Esther, nice to see you. Nice to see Esther. Nice to see Blessing. Nice to see everybody. Please, if you're here, drop something in the chat, right? It's very important. And also, please make sure you like the video, make sure you comment, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to the platform. That's very important. Oh, Blessing from Cameroon. Horticulture is joining from Nairobi, Kenya. Idona is joining from Benin City. Ubom is joining from Nigeria. Now, I'm just taking the first 5 minutes for us to just present ourselves, right? I'm very conscious of time. We're not going to make more than an hour here, right? So just bear with me. Joseph from Nigeria. Oh, so nice to see you, Joseph. So nice to see everybody who is joining, right? So I think we're going to be starting shortly in about a minute. We're going to be starting. Please, if you haven't said anything yet, just drop something in the chat. Corney from Cameroon. Oh, Esther from Sierra Leone. So nice to have you. I can see people from Uyo being represented. Uyo is Nigeria, I'm sure. So nice to have everybody, right? So today is a very interesting session, very, very interesting session where we're going to be talking about the ABCs of digital marketing, right? Tracy from Benin, I can see you. Nice to see you, Tracy. Now, we're going to be talking about the ABCs of digital marketing, right? The ABCs of digital marketing. Now, the idea is to give you the basics that you need in order to thrive in digital marketing. That's the idea, That's the idea of this session, to just give you the basics that you need. Hello from Kaduna. We're going to go ahead quickly. I feel like my network is just now. Who is Simplice Sikadi, right? Who is this guy who has been in the group, just chatting, talking? Who am I, right? So I'm sure a number of you should know me, a number of you should know me. So Simplice Sikadi is a digital marketing analyst at Impact Her, and Simplice Sikadi is also a Google trainer. I've had the opportunity to train at the Google Hustle Academy, right? So I've been into digital marketing for 8 years now. That's why you heard me say I'm sharing 8 years of experience, right? So that's me, and that's what I do. I've worked for several organizations here in Cameroon, and even abroad, and yeah, it's just nice to have you all and to share my experience with everybody, right? I'm going to make this class very simple, very simple. Like if you have no knowledge of digital marketing, this is the right place for you, right? I'll make it really simple. I'll make the class really simple, and I'll make the class straight to the point, right? So we're not going to dance around the bush. We are in only for 1 hour, and of course, right, we're going to spend exactly an hour. Bilios Jitsu, so nice to see you, Bilios. I think Bilios is joining from Cameroon, right? Okay, interesting. Please make sure you drop a comment, right? Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. These are very important things. Like, subscribe, very, very important, right? These are things that are very important. Okay, we're going to go ahead, right? Now, like I said, I'm going to make this really simple for a lay beginner to understand, right? Now, what is digital marketing? What is digital marketing? To make it very simple, right? Digital marketing is really just the practice of promoting your products and service and brands using digital channels. Oh, please, let me just mention that if you have any question, drop in the chat, right? I'm going to be answering every single question that you have, right? At least, I'm going to be answering every single question, right? Now, what's digital marketing? Digital marketing is really just the practice of promoting your products and services using digital channels and technologies. That's how simple it is. It's digital marketing in simple language is just you trying to promote your products and services using digital platforms. Now, I've noticed that many people uh, don't know that there is actually a difference between digital marketing and online marketing, right? Digital marketing and online marketing are not the same, right? Well, online marketing is actually a subset of digital marketing. You see, online marketing is that subset of digital marketing that has to do with uh, platforms that use only the internet. For example, do you know that phone calls is a form of digital marketing? Do you know that newspapers are a form of digital marketing? Do you know that what's that? Newspapers are a form of digital marketing. Do you know that brochures are a form of digital marketing? TV, radio, those are all forms of digital marketing, but they are not necessarily online marketing. You see that? So many times, digital marketing focuses on aspects of marketing that include both online and offline platforms, like TV, like radio, like newspapers, while online marketing focuses only on online platforms, right? For you, online marketing focuses on platforms that need the internet to work. For example, social media, SEO, SEM. Now, I'm going to explain all these terms, right? I just want you to know that there is digital marketing and online marketing are not necessarily the same. There is that little difference between the two. Digital marketing would usually consider offline platforms or platforms that don't necessarily need the internet. You see that? Now, let's just discuss a little bit about digital marketing. Why should someone want to promote their product or services online, right? Why should someone want to promote their product or services online? Please, if you have any questions on why you'd want to put out your service or products online. The first reason is because you can earn a living. Digital marketing for 8 years now, and literally for the past 3 years, I've been earning only from digital marketing. Like about, I would say 90% of my income has come from digital marketing. You can earn a living from digital marketing. A business can grow from digital marketing. There are many businesses today that survive only on digital marketing, right? So there is money in there, right? There is money in there. Another advantage or reason why someone should be online is because it's cheaper. Have you ever thought about um have you ever thought about you know maybe putting a billboard out there, or just doing offline marketing? Offline marketing sometimes can be costly. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't work. It works, you see, but sometimes it could be extremely costly, you see. But with digital marketing, with a very little amount of money, I don't know if someone has tried to put a billboard maybe in Cameroon or in Nigeria or in Ghana or in Sierra Leone. You will agree with me that it's very expensive. It can be very expensive. But guess what? With a little amount of money, you can touch a huge number of people online. And this is not even just about the fact that it's cheap, as it is about the fact that you can touch people literally from anywhere. You can be in Sierra Leone and you're selling in Ghana. You can be in Ghana, you're selling in France. Like, there is no more geographical barriers when it comes to digital marketing. You see that? So there are so many advantages. It's cheaper. With $10, literally less than $10, you can find yourself touching thousands of people. Not just that, you can choose the kind of people you want to touch. For me, this is interesting. It's very interesting to know that I can choose, I can decide who I want to touch online. I can decide that I want to touch people between the age of this and this, within a specific age range. I can decide to target people within a specific location. A few days ago, I was training, entrepreneurs in Lagos, Nigeria, and one of the things I was telling them was that exporting your product is very easy with digital marketing, because all what you have to do is to set up an ad, target a specific location, run your ad there, have your customers, and then you can start exporting your products. Of course, when it comes to exporting, we have to consider stuff like, transportation. We have to consider many other things. But then having customers abroad has become very easy through digital marketing, because you can touch a huge number of people and you can precise exactly the kind of people you want to touch. You see that? Also, another huge advantage of digital marketing is that it's available 24/7. Man, if you have a store, right? I don't know if anybody has a store here. If you have a store, right, usually you would close the store by 5 p.m. and go home. But guess what? If you have a website, that website is running all, 24 hours on 7. You could literally wake up in the morning and notice that you had made money. You see that? So there is that availability 24/7. Also, one of the advantages of digital marketing is just the interactions. Interactions. For example, if you put maybe, I don't know, well, I'm looking for a nice example for that. But just interaction. The fact that digital marketing is two-way. You can put out a post there, somebody will respond, somebody will reply, somebody can give you feedback. You could evaluate feedback. I mean, this is me just trying to give like a few reasons why digital marketing is important, but trust me, there are many more reasons. There are many more reasons. You can have a lot of customers online, right? So you want to make sure that you have that you understand what digital marketing is, right? Now let's talk about the scope of digital marketing, right? What is digital marketing exactly? Hello, Obasi Ogoma, right? Obasi Ogoma, please tell me, before we talk about the scope of digital marketing, are there people here with businesses online? Please, if you're here and you have a business online, put in the chat yes. If you don't have a business online, put in the chat no. Can we do that quickly? Please, if you're here, you have a business online, put in the chat yes. You don't have a business online, put in the chat no. Let's do so quickly. Can we do that? Can we do that? I want to see your comments. I want to see your comments. If you have a business online, put in the chat yes. If you don't have one, put in the chat no. Right? Quickly, I'm looking for the comments. Oh yeah, this is YouTube, meaning that some people are probably still behind. Oh, okay, yeah, I think I understand why. Some people probably are still following us from the first minute, so that's why I'm not having the responses as quickly. Okay, Happy Nadesh. Happy Nadesh says yes. Wow, interesting. Thank you, Happy Nadesh. Lily Voice says no. Chineye Rita says yes. Yeah, I would like to have other comments, right? Now, let me show you the scope of digital marketing. We don't have a lot of time left. I think we have just about 40 minutes or 30 minutes left, right? Now, let me tell you the scope of digital marketing. I want to show you the different ways you can promote your business or services online, right? Now, the reason I want to take time to explain the scope of digital marketing is because sometimes people reach out to me and they tell me, Sam, please, I want to learn digital marketing. Then I ask them, what aspect of digital marketing do you want to learn? Because today people feel that content creation is digital marketing. People feel that social media, or I don't know which word was that. People feel that posting on Facebook is digital marketing. People feel that posting on Instagram is digital marketing. No, you see, digital marketing is larger than you just trying to make a post on Facebook. Digital marketing is larger. I feel like in Africa, many people have brought down digital marketing to just content creation, to just something. I don't know why. You see, so a lot of people don't understand the full scope of digital marketing. And that's why I want to take time and really just explain the full scope, the different ways you can promote your products and services online, right? I want to take time and explain it to you, right? Okay, so let's start with the first method. Now, this is the method everybody knows, right? This is the method everybody knows. It's called content creation, or what we call content marketing. Now, content marketing simply means that putting out valuable and relevant content out there, to be able to attract and engage a specific target audience. That's what content marketing is. Content marketing has to do with, blogs, articles, videos, infographics, ebooks. These are all forms of content. Now, the whole idea of content is to put your products out there. You see, there is a statistics, right? There's a statistic that shows that for somebody to buy from you, that person has to see your content at least 8 times. At least 8 times. That's a general statistic. It shows that for someone to buy from you, the person needs to see your product at least 8 times. That's why I have a serious problem with those who are not frequent online. Very serious problem. Imagine you're the kind of person who posts on Monday, then you post again after 3 months, then you post again after 1 year. If you're that kind of person, right, you're not going to be able to have credibility. in any way, right? If you're that kind of person, you will not be able to be credible to anybody. You see, the aim of content creation is to attract customers and engage a target audience. Now, one of the challenges I've noticed with so many people who create content, is that they create what we call, I'll call it selfish content, or what we call egocentric content. Now, egocentric content means that when creating content, they are only thinking about themselves, right? For example, I'll take a quick example. Somebody is selling shoes online, right? Shoes or dresses. Then you go on the person's page. All what you see are new clothes, new shoes. Come and buy from me. If you don't buy from me, you will have stomach ache. I'm the best seller of clothes in Nigeria. I'm the best seller of clothes in Ghana. If you don't buy from me, something will happen to you. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this approach to content, right? The only problem is that you're just thinking about yourself. You see, you're trying to serve yourself, right? Rather than meet the need of your target audience. I tell people that the easiest way to create content is to look for problems that people are facing in your sector of activity and solving them. That's one of the ways you create content. Identify real problems. When it comes to fashion, for example, there are real problems in fashion. There are people who don't know how to take care of white t-shirts. Do you realize that? There are people who don't know color combinations. There are people who don't even know different kinds of perfumes. People don't know the difference between the perfume you use to go to work and the perfume you use for dates. They don't know. You see? So if you want to create content, one of the things you want to do is to identify challenges that people are facing and then solving them. Now there are many other things. I'm not going to be going into each of them detailedly, especially that I'm giving you a broad idea. Of course, we're going to have other upcoming trainings, right? There are more trainings coming. You see that? Trust me, more trainings are coming, right? So I'm just giving you the idea. So that's content marketing. The idea of content marketing and grow audience. Now, let's look at another type of, digital marketing, right? Let's look at another type of digital marketing. This one is called search engine optimization. This one is called search engine optimization. Now, what is search engine optimization? Search engine optimization is optimizing content and your website so that you can rank on the search engine, on a search engine. Now, let me explain it in real simple terms, right? Let me explain it in real simple terms. If I go to Google right now, let's say I want to buy maybe laptops, right? And I go to Google, I type laptops for sale, right? What will happen? What will happen is that I'll see many websites that are trying to sell laptops to me. Is that true? A lot of websites that are trying to sell laptops to me. A lot. Like I'll see thousands of them. Let me see if I could do that on my screen with you, just so that you see what I'm trying to say, right? So let me do something, right? Let me do something. Let me do something. Okay, I'm not sure I can do what I wanted to do, right? So what I really wanted to do was simple. I wanted to take you to Google and let's actually type laptops for sale, right? If we type laptops for sale, we're going to see so many websites trying to sell laptops to us. So many, thousands of them, literally, right? Now, the truth is that if your website doesn't appear on the first position, I'm not going to click on your website. That's the thing. If it doesn't appear on the first position, I'm not going to click on your website. You see, so search engine optimization ensures that if somebody looks for something related to your product or service on Google, your website will appear in the first position. Because if it doesn't appear in the first position, nobody is going to buy, right? Imagine somebody, let's say you're selling laptops, for example, in Nigeria, and somebody types laptops for sale, and your website doesn't even appear. They will not buy because they will not even be able to see you, right? So the aim of search engine optimization is to ensure that if somebody is looking for a product or a service that you offer on Google, your website will appear on the first position so that the person can see. That is the idea behind search engine optimization. You see that? Now, when it comes to search engine optimization, we could go further, because we could talk about what we call on-page SEO, right? We could talk about what we call off-page SEO. We could talk about what we call technical SEO, right? Now, we're going to have different sessions on this, right? I don't want to push, ahead. I just want you to see, because once we start talking about on-page SEO, we have to start talking about tools like the Google Search Console, right? Because the Google Search Console is the tool that you use, is one of the tools that you use to do your on-page SEO, right? But forget about it, right? We're going to have a whole session, a session on that. But I'm just giving you the idea, right? Especially that we are looking at the ABCs, right, of digital marketing. Now, we have another kind of digital marketing, called search engine marketing. So we spoke about search engine optimization. Now we are talking about search engine marketing. Now, you see, search engine optimization and search engine marketing are actually the same. Or I would say that they have the same objective, which is to make your website to rank to the first page. They have the same objective. The only difference is that search engine optimization is free, while search engine marketing is paid. That's the difference. So both of them have the same objective, which is to ensure your website ranks to the first page. But the difference is that search engine optimization is free, while search engine marketing is paid. You see that? Search engine optimization is free, while search engine marketing is paid. That's the difference. Now, you're going to ask me, which one should I do? Should I do the free one or should I do the paid one? Of course, the paid one has advantages in the sense it gives you result faster. For example, if you're doing search engine marketing, which is paid, you can start having customers almost the same day, right? You can start having customers almost the same day. But if you're doing search engine optimization, it can take before you start having customers. You see that? So that's the difference between